the quick video as I promised about AMP. So this is basically everything that I've researched so far. If I've missed anything or anything that would be useful, additional for me to know, just let me know. So AMP for endpoints, secure endpoints right now it's called. So we have a computer here, have a little computer, and the computer's got applications on it. So these are little applications. So what we have the first thing we have, let's go in order, is the AMP connector. So this is the AMP connector. It's going to write AC AMP connector. The AMP connector sits on the PC, and what it does, it takes information from those applications. So it connects to those applications. It connects from those applications, and it passes that information all the way to the AMP cloud. So this is AMP cloud. So this is AMP cloud. Let's do that in black. The AMP cloud, yeah. So this is AMP cloud. The AMP cloud, as far as I'm aware, is a file reputation system. So file reputation. Now, what does that mean? That means that it either it classifies. It's got a list of files in their hashes or SHAs, SHA-256 specifically, and what it does, it categorizes them as either benign, malicious, or unknown. So that's benign, meaning that it's good to go. It's seen it before, and it's good. And it's trusted. Very few files are actually trusted. Then we've got benign, which I made a mistake there. Malicious. So this is malicious, meaning that it's bad and it's seen to be bad and it's proven. And then we got unknown, which means that the AMP cloud hasn't seen it before. Now the AMP it gets its information from, as far as I'm aware, from multiple sources, and if I can write them sources, Talos is one of them, Talos group. So Talos update it. Additionally, the AMP cloud, so any file that's been sent into AMP previously, then it stores that in the AMP cloud. And also threat grid. So we're going to look at threat grid now. So if a file hasn't been seen before, then what it does, the computer can send this file to threat grid. So I think this is what it does. I believe the connector sends it, or maybe another connector does it, and then it sends it to the threat grid cloud. So TG. Now what the threat grid cloud is, the threat grid cloud is a file analysis system. So what this is, it's different because it's a sandbox. So it's like a sandbox environment based on virtual machines. So it gets that code and it tests. So it gets the malware and it actually puts that to the test. It executes it to find out what it is, and it looks at, I think it's around 200 different factors surrounding that file to see is it malware, and it gives it a rating. I believe that rating is 0 to 100. This is quite old documentation. I can't seem to find any new ones. And if it's above 60 or something, I think it's 60 or 59, then it marks it as good, and if it's below that, then it's bad, meaning benign or malicious. So that's what it does. And I think this is an example. I'm going a bit off track here. This is an example of dynamic analysis. So I've just been doing a bit of reading on that dynamic analysis, whereas the AMP cloud, that would be considered as static analysis in terms of malware analysis. So yeah, if I rub that off, yep, what's happened there? Yeah, so yeah, if put it full screen again. So now what threat grid does, threat grid, after doing its analysis, it updates AMP cloud, so the information goes back here, and we've got a feature known as retrospection, and what that does, even after the fact, so after a file has been considered malicious or unknown, if that ever changes, then it updates the computer. So if a benign file is now found to be malicious by threat grid, then it'll prevent it. It'll tell the connector, the AMP connector, that, and it will stop that file and prevent it from further spreading. So that's what I know currently on AMP. Anything else that would be useful or additional, anything that I've got wrong, because I want to obviously learn this product properly, then let me know tomorrow. Thank you very much.